What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Power Ledger. Now, I still think Power Ledger has a real shot of getting above $1 and possibly setting a new high. I think this is going to be massively due to external variables rather than the project itself. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that in this video. Before I get into any of it though, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And in the videos, I showed everyone that I was buying up all these coins because I expected them to have big profits. You can see what the profits would have been from $100 into each one. And if you had popped $100 into all of them, that's $2,600 investment in total. Selling a little less than 18 months on, your net profit from that would have been over 123 grand, which is pretty damn good. Now, I sold all of these, and since the market crashed, I've been buying up new cryptos. So anytime I find a crypto that I like, I let the members on my website know about it. So my website is copymycrypto.com. So when I find a coin that I think has big profit potential, like I said with a lot of these, but in particular Phantom, because Phantom I picked out as the best coin of the previous bull cycle, and it did nearly a 700x. So when I find coins like that, I get in on them. And then what I'll do is I'll tell my members what the coin is, what the gains I think that coin can have are, what is the percentage of my money that I'm putting in, and they can copy along. There's literally no work for any of the members. When I sell a coin as well, I let my members know what coin it is that I'm selling, what percentage of my holdings that I'm selling, and what I'm doing with my profits, whether it's reinvesting it, whether it's just putting it under my mattress, which is about as good as a bank these days. And if that sounds good to you, making all these gains without actually doing any work whatsoever, then head over to copymycrypto.com. Now, there is a link in the description. So go through the site, watch the videos, read through all the material. Everything on there is public record. It's all on the history of this YouTube channel. So all the videos, all the images of all the members, and the profits that they made in the previous bull cycle, all of it you can confirm on the history of this channel, and you can make a decision if it's something that you want to try. Like I say, link is in the description, guys. So pause this video now and check it out. Right, Power Ledger. So Power Ledger technically did go through 2 bull cycles, but I feel it's a bit harsh to actually say that this one is a bull cycle because it launched right at the end. You know, we had the crash in January, and it basically peaked in January on January 5th, and then it started tumbling from there. And it hit heights of $2 on the 4th of January. Then, you know, previous bear cycle that we were in dropped to lows of about 4 cents. And in the last bull cycle that we were in, hit heights of around 80 cents. So that's about 20x, that's not bad. Currently it's hovering around 13 cents. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what Power Ledger is, it's a technology company that builds software for distributed and decentralized energy markets. So it's developed a blockchain-based platform that enables the tracking and trading of energy, as well as flexible services and environmental commodities. Its goal is to provide the platform for a fully modernized, market-driven grid that offers consumers a choice in their energy while driving the democratization of power. Now, it's headquartered in Australia. They have over 30 clients across 11 countries, with representatives around the entire globe. And they operate on 2 blockchain layers, and they use 2 tokens. So the Power Ledger token and the Sparks token. So the platform itself uses the public Ethereum blockchain and a private consortium blockchain known as EcoChain. And the Power token is the token that acts as a license required for businesses such as utilities, renewable energy operators, microgrids, companies committed to 100% renewable energy, and property developers to access Power Ledger's platform. So Power is traded through the Ethereum Smart Bond Exchange. Now in 2015, 30 countries had reached grid parity, meaning that the price of solar generated energy was equal or less than the cost of local retail electricity. Obviously, since the energy crisis, well, it's not an energy crisis, it's just, you know what it is. Companies driving up the prices. But now renewable energy is a lot cheaper than it ever has been in comparison. And the reason that I think Power Ledger still has gains to have is because there is a narrative of renewable energy and there is a global push on this. And I want to talk a little bit more about that in a second. So Power Ledger was co-founded by Dr. Gemma Green and John Bulick. So Gemma Green was in corporate finance in the UK for over a decade, and then returned home to Perth to pursue a doctorate at Curtin University in electricity market disruption, which turned out to be the perfect segue for Power Ledger. John Bulick is the technical director at Power Ledger, and before that he was a co-founder and director of Ledger Assets and a director at WA Property Investments. Now, Power is actually a staked coin, so it's proof of stake, and it allows Power Ledger to build and scale energy projects across the globe, processing 50,000 energy transactions per second. So actually staggeringly high. And the fact that they have made energy trading traceable is pretty good as well. I mean, within the parameters of traceability, I don't really like that, but creating an opportunity for anyone to start sort of trading energy and finding more better ways of actually getting their energy, cheaper ways of getting their energy, whether that's companies or individuals, is a phenomenal idea. They've got peer-to-peer energy trading. It's an absolutely brilliant idea, brilliant concept. Now, you can see the clients that they have across the globe as well. So if you wanted to say, have a look at Europe, you can see their clients in Europe. So you've got Elia in Belgium, Enext in Austria, Equator in France, Feni Energia in Spain, and that's just Europe. If we check North America, in North America there are American PowerNet, which is a wholesale electricity manager, and Emirates, which is a blockchain-enabled REC marketplace, in partnership with Midwest Renewable Energy Tracking System. So again, very clever ideas. Now the biggest thing that I think is going to make Power Ledger pump is going to be based around what the major governments start doing in terms of pushes, because there has to be a push inevitably for renewable energy. That's been the narrative that has been pushed for a very long time. We've got the climate change problems and and here's what we see. We see a global narrative around hitting net zero. Now, while no government appears to be working towards it, they've got that. They're going to have those talks on such a consistent basis. You're going to start seeing companies as well start transitioning, because they're going to be the ones that move what happens. If all of a sudden Eon or I don't know, another energy company decide that they now are going to push towards renewables, they will then get governments to give them, financially offset that move. So they will then create law, help influence the laws that are created around that, but that will then create a huge narrative around renewable energy. And that is where you're going to see stuff like Power Ledger and Energy Web Token really, really thrive. And that has to happen over the next sort of 18 months. And if that does happen over the next 18 months, you're going to see Power Ledger and Energy Web Token and anything else. I think there's another one called Grid or Grid Plus. Those tokens are going to have huge pumps off of that. And honestly, I think unless Power Ledger was to land huge clients, like massive companies that join them, I think it's going to be a news-based narrative that's going to push this forward. And I think that news-based narrative is fairly inevitable. It's just the time frame of it. Does it happen in the next 18 months, or are we going to wait 5 or 10 years? If it happens in the next 18 months, Power Ledger can pump, and it can pump hard, and it can pump fast. And I wouldn't be shocked to see this bang up to $1 or $2 or $3 if there is huge news around a global, every government pushing every company or all the big electricity companies, all the big gas companies, all the big power companies to start moving towards renewables, start moving towards more transparency, that's when your power ledgers and all of these are going to thrive. If that doesn't happen, I don't think we're going to see any new highs. But I wouldn't be shocked to see this bang up to $1 or $2. But it has to have that news narrative to push it, I think. Power Ledger, by the way, is buyable everywhere. If you're going to get it, guys, I would highly recommend BitGet. BitGet have a huge trading competition at the moment. And I'm partnered with BitGet because I expect they're already a top 5 exchange in my eyes, but they're going to be an official one soon enough. The trading volume that they're doing, the innovations that they have the biggest copy trading community in all of crypto, and they now have the King's Cup Global Invitational. This is a $2.6 million prize fund. And even if you are new to, or you don't have an account with BitGet, if you sign up, if you make a $10 trade, and if you register for one of these competitions, they'll give you a free $10 as an airdrop. And you can literally sign up for the demo trading one where you're not even trading real funds, but you'll be able to get $10 gifted to you, just like that. So if you've not got an account with BitGet, get one with the partner link in the description. Do a $10 trade, and then sign up to one of the trading competitions, and you'll get a $10 airdrop. And by the way, if you're actually good at trading, there's huge money here. Futures trading is $2.5 million. Copy trading's 80 grand. Spot trading is 50 grand. Even the demo trading is 20 grand. So if you haven't yet got an account with BitGet, use the partner link in the description. Get yourself a free $10. And the partner link in the description will also give you discounts on trading fees, so you'll get more crypto as you go. And yeah, Power Ledger, look, I like it. I like the concept. It was one of the ones I bought in the previous bull cycle, prior to the last bull cycle, because I expected it to have some good gains. It did about 20x, like I said. The reality is for Power Ledger, like I say, and Energy Web Token in my eyes, is that they're going to need that external narrative to really push this on. Unless they land big clients from massive energy companies, I don't see it. But I think there's enough social justice warriors, or whatever the hell you want to call them, doing the protests, the Just Stop Oil and the whatever it is, Extinction Rebellion, all those guys. There's enough of that narrative constantly around at the moment. That will end up with a huge news cycle at some point, because news cycles get bored and they need new news. So they'll regurgitate something, or they'll just focus on a new narrative. And that could be the new narrative. If that's a real focus at the end of 2024 or the midway through 2025, Power Ledger and all those energy-based tokens are going to have a huge pump off of that, as long as obviously the narrative is positive. If that happens, I could see Power Ledger possibly hitting $2, possibly. But there's a lot to do there, and it's a lot of it is dependent on the external variables, which are pretty hard to predict. I don't think many people would have predicted a war between Russia and Ukraine over the past couple of years. It's sort of outside the control, but I think if that happens, these are going to pop. That's my logic. What do you guys think? Do you think that news cycle could drive these coins like mad? We saw what ChatGPT did for AI coins. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. And if you are a new viewer or a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because we give you perspectives on this channel as well that you're not going to get in other places, so you don't want to miss out on them. And last thing, guys, if you just want to take the work out of your crypto investing, if you want to make it easier on yourself, if you want to make profits without doing any work whatsoever, then head over to coppermancrypto.com. That's the site I run, where I share with all the members every single thing I'm doing all the time. So anytime I buy a coin, I let my members know what coin I'm buying, why I'm buying it, what kind of profits I think it can have, what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. So there's literally no work at all. When I sell a coin, I also do the exact same thing. I let them know what coin I'm selling, what percentage of my holdings I'm selling, and again, what I'm doing with my profits, whether it's reinvesting it or whatever. And they can copy along. If that sounds really good to you, then head over to copymycrypto.com and just read through everything on the site. It's all public record. It's all on the old videos on this channel. So you can verify, confirm everything that you read. You can make a decision if it's something that you want to try out. And yeah, there's a link in the description, guys. So go check it out. Maybe I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.